Living thoughtless is a choice. What does he mean by that? What is living thoughtless? Well, what I mean is living without thinking as hard as you could. There's a lot of situations you go through each day, every day, that you could learn from, that people don't take advantage of. There's a lot of stuff you could learn from just your average interaction with the cashier, or just your day-to-day conversations with people. Basically anything you can learn from. What I'm here to talk about is how you can apply living with thought into your life. Well, what I'd say living with thought does for me, and of course I'm still getting better at myself, but what I would say it does is it allows me to, first of all, grow my brain, be able to think about more each day. You can just take advantage of the moment so much with this, like living with thought. You can be doing something, and if you're putting all your brain activity into that thing, you'll get so much more out of it than if you're like, let's say, multitasking and just putting your thoughts everywhere else, not really thinking about it. Or like the worst case, like just not thinking about what you're doing at all. For me personally, just engaging my brain in new ways of thinking is the most important part. But the other thing it can do is give you way better conversation skills, because you might not ever forget what you were going to talk about. The main part of living with thought is, at least in regards to socializing with other people, has to do with being interested in what other people are talking about. Well, how do you be interested? How the fuck do I be interested in whatever the hell this dude is talking about when I have no idea what the hell he's talking about? First step, figure out what the hell he's talking about. My brother often will start rambling about random ass shit that I don't even know about. It has to do with like some RPGs and stuff. Like, he's been telling me about Lancer recently. It's like a new RPG, whatever. And I was finally like, yo, what is this? And I still don't really get it too much, but I'm starting to understand parts of it. And changing my mentality about this conversation, being like, coming into it with like, oh, I should be interested in what he's saying, just made the conversation so interesting to me. Even if I usually wouldn't even care about an RPG, like I'm not that type of person. I go to the cashier, right? I'm sure many of you guys have had this. On a good day, you might have a conversation with the cashier. You might end up thinking a lot about what you're going to talk about with this cashier. You might end up like having a whole huge conversation with them if you're like a conversational type of person. Or if you're having a bad day sometimes, you might just want to get out of the store as soon as possible and just barely say any words and just get out of there. And I mean, we all have bad days, like that's completely okay. But on the days where you feel like you can put your all into it, I suggest putting your all into it, because you don't know who that person could be in your life, that cashier. Maybe they're even your future husband or wife. Like, what? That could be crazy. There's just so much to get out of every conversation you'll have with people, especially if you put your interest in it. So my girlfriend told me to record this video, to even start this YouTube back up again, because I've always wanted to talk to a camera and spill my obscene amount of knowledge for a 19-year-old on camera, so that everybody else could listen. So another part of living with thought is going for the overarching goals that your brain sets for you. So I've always had it as a goal of mine to release videos like this, but I was always like giving myself some sort of excuse as to like why I shouldn't do it, or like how much pain it's gonna be. Putting one video out is gonna do a lot more than putting no videos out. Instead of just like scrolling through Reels or TikTok and all that stuff, I have something new now that I can apply my thought towards. Thank you for listening. What I want to end with is, just live with as much thought as you can. Thinking is power, and living thoughtless is a choice. Up to you.